Hello and welcome back to another episode of Trivial Warfare. We are the podcast that takes the pub quiz out of the pub and brings it home to you. My name is Jonathan, and I am here today with Mr. Ben Young. Hello, Ben.
Good afternoon.
Welcome back, my friend.
Thanks.
You upbeat? You ready to win?
I'm ready to roll.
I need you today. Do you understand?
In what way do you need me? I just want to clarify and make sure that I'm fully prepared.
You know what? I was only thinking about to help win the game, but
Okay.
I can come up with a couple of others.
No. Let's stick with that.
Okay. All right. Hey, Carmela.
Hi.
I'm here with Miss Carmela Smith. Which ways do you think I need Ben?
You need him to write his questions on time.
Zoom.
I mean, you bring it up. Not only is it old, but it's not even actually edited into the episode you're assigning.
I can make something happen.
It's still funny, though.
So, guys, we have exciting guests today.
Yes, you do.
We have the hosts of Misinformation, a trivia podcast, Lauren Tagliaferro and Julia Novakovic.
Hello.
Welcome back to the
That
show.
wasn't practiced at all.
Thank you for having us. We're
We
so excited to be here.
Should not do that again. Thanks for having us, guys. We're so excited.
I absolutely love when you guys come on. You're one of my favorite shows. I make no bones about it. I listen every single week. And
Well, that's great.
Well, this tells you how big of a fan I actually am. I'm always disappointed when you have a guest host because I'm like, oh, that means they're not really going to be the ones who are doing the thing. And I'm, okay, this will be good, but it's not as good.
That's the nicest thing. We don't like anybody that you have on the show. Sorry to everyone.
They are fine people. They are fine people.
Oh, yeah.
We've had some
I'm not
wonderful guests.
judging them. I just like
No,
you.
of course not. Of course not.
All right. Well, we are super glad to have you. So why don't you introduce yourselves? Tell everybody where you're from, what you do, and then tell them about your show.
Yeah. So I'm Julia. I am currently the archivist at the Strong National Museum of Play here in Rochester, New York. I'm originally from Pittsburgh, so Rochester is not my hometown, but I've gotten used to it being in Canada's underpants, as we sometimes refer to ourselves.
How long did it take you to get into Canada's underpants?
I feel like I was born
really
there.
The long game.
It was a long con.
Yeah, it was really I had a plan in mind. No,
And she succeeded.
Yeah, so Rochester, it's great. We're near a lot of wineries and et cetera, et cetera. So it's been good to me.
Yeah. And I'm Lauren. I am a curatorial assistant here in Rochester at the Memorial Art Gallery. So I pretend like I know a lot of art. I'm originally from Buffalo, which is, an hour from Rochester. Stone's throw.
As the crow flies.
An hour. Also, again, Canada's underpants. Our show is we do kind of a medium deep dive into a topic that we teach each other. And then we do a 10-question quiz at the end. And it's fun. And we kind of choose topics at will. Things that we are interested in, things that we've always wanted to talk about, things that we want to learn more about ourselves.
Things that we keep getting wrong at pub quiz.
Yes, things that we keep getting wrong at trivia. So it seems that other people also like it as well.
And so one thing that I really enjoy about Julia, you hate a place just as much as I do. So I am on record as being the most hateful person towards the city of Boston. But you, my friend, have a relationship with Philadelphia.
It's garbage town. It's like full of garbage people. Some of my best friends are from outside of Philly, and I let them know that on a regular basis.
She is ruthless.
I have visited Philadelphia, and it is the only city I've ever been to where the rats push the crosswalk sign in order to cross the street. I mean, they're big.
Apparently, there was a robot that was created by a Finnish company to test how human empathy. So the robot was like a hitchhiker across all of Europe.
Oh,
and the robot had a little face and a little voice that told you what it was doing. And it made its way all the way across Europe. And so they were like, oh, this is successful. So let's bring it to the States. And they stupidly, these poor Finns, I think it was the Finnish, decided to drop this robot, this beautiful, friendly robot, into Philadelphia, and it did not get
did
to
not
the outskirts
survive.
of the city.
Oh,
it
no.
was vandalized and ripped apart, and they found it in a ditch.
Are
my God.
you serious?
I'm serious. And that was the first and last experiment they ever had with this human empathy test.
They're like, hey, look at this
The
thing.
robots.
Philadelphia broke it.
It
Philadelphia
reacts when we
broke
do
it.
stuff to it. Let's do stuff to it.
And they were like, what's a good city in the States? The city of brotherly love.
Oh,
How
yes.
about that?
Open arms right there. Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Oh, so anyway, I relate to you on such a great level with hatred towards the city.
you.
Yes. All right. Well, with that being said, it is time now to get started. We are going to start with the game we like to call Warm It Up, Chris.
It's time to warm it up on Trivial Warfare today. And there's only one person who can warm it up for the TWA, and that's Chris. And sometimes Jonathan.
The part of Chris will be played by Jonathan today.
Cool.
And I've got a list.
All right.
I've got a
The
list.
original Chris is much more handsome.
Chris is a
Carmela out the gate.
Chris is a great looking gentleman. I don't take that as an insult. Bang, bang. I mean, whatevs.
I made fun of him last episode.
Cool.
I had to
Yeah,
give him
no,
a
hey.
compliment this one.
Cool. All right. I'm good. I'm good. I'm okay. Okay. So anyway, my list, Carmela. I have the top 100 shows of 2018-2019 according to the total number of viewers. So this is not ratings. This is not share. This is literally total number of viewers. And it is in the number of millions. So I can tell you, for example, the number one show had 19 million viewers. And we're going
These
to
are
go.
television shows?
These are television. These are television series.
Series.
So I'm not talking about episodes. I'm talking about the series. We're going to look for you to name shows that were in the top 15 in the 2018-2019 cycle.
Is this just United States or worldwide? Or?
This looks like it's just United States. In fact, I will give you a little bit further. It does include, it is mostly network shows, but there are a couple of basic cable shows on here.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, top 15. And I do have the top 30 in front of me. So if you hit close, I can tell you how close you were. All right. We are going to start with Mr. Ben Young.
All right. Oh, sorry.
That's you, Ben.
My brain is like...
Maybe we need to recast Ben, too.
I think I need to be rebooted.
That's called sleep.
I know. The Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory is number 2 with 17.4 million viewers. Julia, you're next.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, number 4 with 15.3 million viewers on HBO. Holy moly.
Jeez.
I mean, that's a thing right there. Okay. Lauren, your turn.
I'm going to go with Big Little Liars.
That's what I call it. I think it's Big Little Lies.
Big Little Lies?
That's what you meant.
Oh,
because I
I don't
confuse
watch it.
Pretty Little Liars and Big Little Lies, and I sometimes call it Big Little Liars.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
yeah. Okay.
that's on me.
I can tell you
It's okay.
that Big Little Lies is not in the top 30. Yeah.
Okay.
There's only one more cable-ish show on this list, so network still reigns supreme when it comes to number of viewers. Carmela.
Are these scripted shows?
No.
Let's go with, let's see if, oh my God, I completely forgot the name of that show. The Simpsons.
The Simpsons is not on the list. It's not in the top 30. Ben, your shot.
NCIS.
NCIS is number 3 with 15.9
one.
million
That's good.
viewers.
That's a good guess.
Wow.
Julia.
I'm gonna go The Bachelor.
Oh, Julia. Damn it, that was like my... Oh, man.
The Bachelor is not in the top 30.
Oh.
See?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
fine.
Not even in the
Well,
top
it's
30.
not fine. I mean...
All right, Lauren.
The only one I have left on my list without thinking is Westworld.
Westworld is not in the top 30. All right, Carmela.
The Walking Dead.
Walking Dead, not in the top 30. Oh, boy. Okay, we're going to go one more time around. You know what? This is reflective of a generation of us who just don't watch that much TV, I think.
Yep.
Ben.
Here's the thing. I watch a lot of TV.
Yeah, I too watch a lot of TV.
Just not the popular
but just not,
shows.
I guess not the stuff that everyone else watches. I just watch a lot of British television shows.
There you go.
All right, Ben, what you got?
Let's see. Trying to think of big shows that everybody watches. I don't like what's left on my list. I'm going to go with The Voice.
The Voice is it's number 20. Not in the top 15, but it is The Voice on Monday. Oh, I'll give you two of these. The Voice on Monday gets you 10.8 million. The Voice on Tuesday gets you 10.3 million. That's number 20 and number 23, so not in the top 15.
All right.
Wow.
Julia.
I'm going to go with Jeopardy.
Jeopardy is not on the list. I wish it was.
Okay.
Lauren.
Okay, I have three. I have three reality TV shows on my list here, and I'm trying to figure out who I should go with. I'm going to go with my wild card. Okay. And I'm going to say The Masked Singer.
Julia's laughing at you, but number 15 is The Masked Singer.
Great job. Yeah. Great job.
11.5 million viewers.
Nice.
Great job.
Thanks.
All right, Carmela, round us out.
This Is Us.
This Is Us is number 7 with 13.7 million.
Of course.
Forgot.
Completely
Good
forgot about
job.
it.
All right, well, the rest of the list, here we go. Well, you didn't get number 1. Number 1, Sunday Night Football,
Of course.
19.2 million.
Of course.
You got Big Bang and NCIS and Game of Thrones. Young Sheldon is number 5 with 14.5 million. Thursday Night Football is next. This Is Us, and then you hit a run of Blue Bloods, FBI, The Good Doctor, Manifest. That is 8 through 11. America's Got Talent, Champions was number 12. Monday Night Football is 13, and Chicago Fire was 14.
Wow.
I wish I
I
thought
have
about
a
football.
theory that CBS just buys TVs and sticks them in like nursing homes and like jails and
Yeah.
stuff and just leaves them on CBS.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason why the CBS shows have all the hits.
That's
because-
probably why
only be the
NCIS is number 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
I think
Who
it's
is
because of
watching Young
my
Sheldon?
mom. My mom is watching NCIS. When she comes here, she's excited because she can binge it on Netflix. Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
She
It's the
loves
little
visiting.
things in life.
Bless her, you know?
Yeah. Bless her.
She's not hooked on cocaine. It's just that NCIS.
Did you tell your
You know,
mom that
there are
Netflix
worse
is like
things.
$9 and that she could just get it herself?
Oh, no, that's not the barrier to entry for her. The technology. She's,
Yeah,
she
all
is-
those buttons.
Yes, no, the idea of having to learn a new remote control, and she can deal with it here. But, nope. Anything that's not cable TV is going to be a little bit too hard.
I'm with you.
Yep.
Gotta get that Mark Harmon.
Gotta get that good Mark Harmon.
She loves that stuff, man. She's,
So
you know what?
handsome.
This list reflects that.
yeah.
It reflects baby boomers because she's all
No, you're
over
absolutely right.
Blue Bloods and Bull and all the rest of that stuff. All right, we're going to get this game started. Today's game, it is Lauren and Julia versus Jonathan and Ben. Carmela has the questions, and Ben, once again, I need you.
All right, man.
All right, hold me.
No, I'm not holding you.
No?
No.
Damn.
You're not that
He's
confident
not
in your
very
masculinity?
supportive,
I'll
is
hold
he?
some answers to some questions.
Well, that's not usual.
All right.
All right. Wow. It's Lauren and Julia versus Jonathan and Ben. It is time to play the game.
Players. Oh, yeah. Y'all know what time it is. This is Mr. Literature himself, cordially inviting you to the game. This is 6 rounds of trivia goodness, 3 questions per round. Every right answer gets you 10 points. In the middle, we'll take a pause for the cause and ask a midpoint question worth up to 20 juicy points. After round 6, you can wager any or all those points you've been building up and take a shot at the final round. It's a series of theme-based questions we call the Gauntlet. It's just that easy, baby. But this game ain't gonna play itself, players. Let's get it on.
All right. Your first category in round 1 is Deal Me In.
Okay?
In a standard pack of playing cards, there are 4 kings. One of them does not have a mustache. Which king is that?
Well, it's nice to have a 1 in 4 guess.
I
Right?
know, right? Multiple choice. Let's get this started.
We're locked in.
Okay.
We're drawing pictures for
We're
each
drawing
other.
pictures for each other.
Aw.
So I don't think
It's
that
the-
it's one
okay.
of the red dudes.
Okay. All right.
But I have no background for that.
All right.
I mean, don't take my word for that because I could not
okay.
remember the word for clubs until literally 2.5 seconds ago. So I drew it and I was like, that will come to me eventually.
She's like, it's the king of raves.
Yeah. The more I think about it, the more the more I think about it, the more I think you're correct.
Okay. My gut answer is diamonds.
And I will be supportive
We'll
in that.
go with that.
Yeah.
Diamonds.
All right.
I love that her starting point originally was, I think it's one of the black kings, and our starting point was, I think it's one of the red kings.
Yep.
And they came around to a red king. But to me, there was something about Hearts being a lover and something about the guy with the lover card not having a mustache. So that's what was leading me there.
Yep.
Some kind of weird mnemonic thing.
Yep.
So we said Hearts.
Well, apparently this king originally did have a mustache, but somewhere in the replication of the art, the mustache was lost. But it was the King of Hearts.
Yes.
Ooh, nice.
That is one of those weird. That's literally how I remembered it was the lover, the heart didn't have a mustache, and there we go.
Well, that worked out for you.
It stuck.
Good to know.
All right. Question 2
Yep. Your next category is where in the world?
is Carmen Sandiego.
What country's capital is Kathmandu and is the only country without a rectangular flag?
I'm 100%.
We're
on
locked
this.
in.
Cool. Ben, it's Nepal.
Okay.
They have a trident flag, or not trident, a triangle, a pendant up. Wow, none of those words were right. It's a triangle.
Okay. What shape is the flag of the country Portmanteau? It's probably like a hexagon.
Probably, yeah, that's fair.
Okay,
Yep.
what's your
in
answer?
Two
Nepal.
flags stuck together.
Yep, there you go.
Oh, I see what you did there. Yes.
We also said Nepal.
All right. And just so people know, a square is a kind of rectangle, so don't say Switzerland. Anyway, the answer is Nepal.
She was heading you off at the pass on that one.
She was.
All right. And your last question in the round is what's in a name? What actress, a staple of romantic movies in the 90s, was born Margaret Hyra in 1961?
Spell.
We're locked in.
Oh, shoot. Spell Hyra, please.
Hyra.
Margaret.
What do you think about Meg Ryan?
Oh, I love that. That's almost an anagram.
She's been in at least 2 romantic movies with Tom Hanks.
Yeah, she was definitely an it girl in the 90s. She would have been around the right age. See, read the question again.
What actress, a staple of romantic movies in the 90s, was born Margaret Hyra in 1961?
So she would have been around 30 in 1991, which feels right because she would have been in her 20s, like Top Gun. She was in her 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm down with that, Ben. That's a great answer.
It's a guess, but it's a good guess.
It's a good guess.
Let's go with it.
We're going to say Meg Ryan.
All right.
Yeah, good guess. We also went Meg Ryan.
Whoa, man, nice job.
So it is Meg Ryan. Ryan was actually her grandmother's maiden name, and that's what she went with.
Oh,
All right.
so it wasn't a changing around of the
Nope.
letters at all. Oh, interesting.
Her name is Margaret Mary Emily Hyra. That was her whole name.
They wanted her to be a nun so bad.
I guess they did. Fun fact: Meg Ryan and I share a birthday.
Do you
Sweet.
really?
Great.
Do you celebrate
nice.
together?
You know what? We keep missing each other.
Oh,
But you know what? This year I think we're going to make it happen.
it's the spirit that
Yeah, that's
counts.
good.
though.
It's in about 2 weeks.
As long as you send her a text message, you're okay.
Are you going to meet at the top of the Empire State Building?
You should.
We should.
At the end of the first round, it's 30-20. Ben and Jonathan have the lead. All right, that is the end of the first round. And before we start the second round, I want to let you know that today's show is sponsored by HelloFresh. HelloFresh is a meal box delivery service. It is the #1 meal kit in America. and it helps to make cooking delicious meals at home a reality, no matter if you're a chef or you're a guy like me who's not that comfortable. You don't have to go to the grocery store all the time anymore. You don't have to use your money on takeout. You can feed your family with simply cooked fresh meals from HelloFresh. There is something there for everybody, whether you're looking for calorie-smart recipes, vegetarian recipes, it doesn't matter. They have everything from a vegetarian meal to a craft burger. And you manage how much comes to you. You manage whether you're getting it or not this week. You can change your delivery days, your preferences. You can even skip a week if you need to. No problem at all. My favorite recipe recently was some pork tenderloin. So it was a honey glazed pork tenderloin, and I chopped up some sweet potatoes. So it was like sweet potato home fries and some green beans with the honey glazed pork tenderloin. And I mean, this was a plate full of food. I loved it. Sebastian loved it. I bet you would love it too. You could try it today. You can get 9 meals with HelloFresh by going to HelloFresh.com/TWA9 and using the code TWA9. Remember, you can get 9 free meals with HelloFresh by going to HelloFresh.com/TWA9 and using code TWA9. Give it a try today. All right, let's get on with the second round of today's game.
All right. Your first category, round 2, is It's a Sign.
It's a sign.
In Western astrology, what is the 8th sign of the zodiac?
Ben, I can get this. I just need a sec. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm feeling like that is the right answer.
Because it
is. Yeah, you know what? The whole, yeah. Yep. I can do it. Yep, agreed.
All right, we're locked in.
All right.
I think I'm always confused in the springtime.
It starts with Aries.
It starts with Aries? Mm-hmm. Okay. So it goes Aries, Aquarius.
No. Aries, Taurus.
Aries, Taurus, Aquarius?
Mm-hmm. No, Aquarius is like February. So that comes later.
When are we okay, I'm sorry.
Starts with Aries. It doesn't start in January.
No, okay, that's where I'm confused.
Starts with Aries in like March.
Okay. Great. So Aries, March. Okay.
It honestly sounds like Julia has all of them memorized, and she's just making you suffer through guessing at it.
I know, right? Wouldn't that be funny? So it goes, all right, so you're right. Aries, March, then...
I think we're very close to getting it. Steve's a Gemini, right?
Steve's a Gemini. So it goes Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Scorpio, Sag, right?
Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sag.
Libra, Scorpio,
Sag sounds so dirty.
Sag.
Sag.
No.
You know,
Sag. Oh, yeah.
What are we forgetting?
You got Taurus. You got... Okay.
Who's the Archer? Lauren, sorry. I just killed her, apparently.
You gotta hit the reset button.
I thought Sag was the.
You know how hard it is for me to not blurt out the answers to the questions that they're asking.
I'm right there with you.
I'm like, I want to tell you so badly.
12. I got Aries, Taurus, and then I need you to fill in 3 and 4 for me.
Okay.
And then Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Aquarius.
Okay. Let's name some. Be like, oh my God, she's such a
Sag.
She's such a Scorpio. Yeah.
I mean, I'm a Gemini, so
Ooh, there's something between Sagittarius and Aquarius.
Yes. Right?
Yeah. So then that would put
Capricorn.
Yeah. Awesome. I think I would say the 8th is then Libra.
8th is Libra? Mm-hmm. You know what? I'm so confused as to the whole month and where it starts that I'm going to agree with you on that.
Okay.
So you want to stick with Libra?
We're going to say the 8th. That was the question, right?
Yeah.
You were asking what the 8th one was, right?
Yes.
Yeah. We're going to go Libra.
So I'm pretty sure about this. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces are the water signs, and the last one is Pisces, and you can go back in groups of 4, which would mean Scorpio would be the 8th. So we said Scorpio.
And we said Libra.
All right. So just to kind of correct some of the things that were said. So you're right. It does start with Aries. So it goes Aries and then Taurus and then Gemini and then Cancer. which is number 4. Then you have Leo, Virgo, Libra. 8th is Scorpio. Then you have Sagittarius, which is the archer, by the way. Then it's Capricorn, and then Aquarius, and then Pisces is the last one.
Freaking Pisces.
Capricorn's the goat.
Yep. Sea goat. My sister is a Capricorn.
Mike's son is a Capricorn.
My brother was a Capricorn.
All right. Your next category is, oh my God, shoes.
Oh.
Well,
Which, if
we'll
you've
see.
never seen that video, that video was awesome when I was like, I don't know, 17. Oh my God,
I don't even
shoes.
know what you're talking about.
It's an old viral
It's a big
video.
deal.
Did they have viral videos when you were 17?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That was
Man,
just
we
that
didn't
was
have
like
videos when I was 17.
it was like 5 years ago.
It's 5 years ago.
It was.
All right. Seen on the feet of stars on red carpets worldwide, what famous shoe designer is known for their signature red bottoms?
Oh, I know this.
We're locked in.
We're locked in.
We're locked in.
This is a question we've had like 4 years ago.
Yep.
That you
We're
asked.
locked in.
Christian Louboutins.
It's Louboutin.
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
The answer to that question is Christian Louboutin.
Because he's foreign.
He is French. And, you know, one day maybe I'll have a pair of Lubies, but not this day. Christian Louboutin.
Wow.
They're very comfortable.
They must be.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because that's what you're paying for. Comfort.
It has really good like
No?
shoe technology where they're more comfortable than they look.
All right. Your last category in the round is in filmography. What actor appears in these 3 films? House Party, Vampire in Brooklyn, and Friday.
We're locked in.
I feel a lot of pressure.
This is going to be the dad from Friday. Because he just passed away, and then
Hold
she's
on.
going to ask a question about it.
Okay, well, hold on. So, was Chris Tucker in House Party or House Party 2? I think he was in House Party 2.
Sean Cawley, listener of Trivial Warfare, former contestant, made a comment about watching this man I'm talking about on his epic bit from Vampire in Brooklyn. So
Okay.
I know he was in Friday. I know he was in Vampire in Brooklyn. He just passed away. She likes asking timely questions. What's the dad's name?
John Witherspoon.
That should be our answer.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Okay.
We also said John Witherspoon.
John Witherspoon.
He just passed away this past Tuesday.
Yep.
John
May he rest.
Witherspoon. Rest in peace, Pops.
We love
Yeah,
him.
rest in peace.
We love him.
He was supposed to be at one of the comedy venues here in Jacksonville this week.
Yeah.
Actually.
His last film role will be the last Friday movie. That's in post-production right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. I had heard that they were trying to make it, but
Have you watched all of them? Because I know it's your favorite, like literally your favorite movie, the first
I
one.
have not seen the Friday After Next.
Is it your favorite movie, or is there another one better?
Friday? It's Coming to America. Friday. Those are. It's hard to pick one favorite.
good choice.
I have a few.
I will watch Coming to America anytime it's on TV. Even if it's halfway through that
Yeah.
movie, I will watch it. It's so funny.
Yep. Totally agree.
The funniest character is the Jewish guy in the barbershop. He's the funniest one.
Oh
to
my
me.
God.
Eddie
Yeah.
Murphy?
Yes, Eddie Murphy playing a
I mean,
Jewish
they're
guy
all
in a
Eddie
barbershop.
Murphy.
The last game, I'm like, don't ask a question about John Witherspoon. Don't ask a question about John Witherspoon. Don't ask a question about John Witherspoon. But yeah, I do tend to write questions about people who just died.
Yep. It's a great question, though.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, at the end of the second round, 60-40, Ben and Jonathan have extended their lead.
First category of round 3 is Nemesis.
Mm.
Do you have a nemesis, Carmela?
I mean, I guess there could be an argument made for, depending on how people listen to the show, that you're my nemesis.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean,
Wow.
I don't feel it that way.
I feel like I need to step up my nemesis game then. I
I'm
don't
just
feel
saying,
any ill will towards you at all.
I don't either, but, you know, there are people who listen to this like, man, those two don't like each other.
That is so not true.
My sister once told me that you should choose a nemesis for yourself every day. And
Yeah.
every day it's going to be a different nemesis. And that's what keeps you on your toes.
That's pretty good.
Whoa.
All right.
Yeah.
I have an anxiety disorder. I don't know if I need to be any more on my toes.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm a freaking ballerina over here, okay?
All right, your question. Popeye had a lot of good people in his life, like Olive Oil and Sweet Pea. On the other end of the spectrum, who was his nemesis?
We're locked in.
100%. Y'all locked in?
Yes.
It's Bluto.
Bluto.
Yep.
We got Bluto.
Yep,
Bluto.
not to be confused with a dog. It is Bluto.
Bluto sounds like a disease. It's like, oh God, I came down with Bluto again.
A case of the Bluto. Probably shouldn't have been kissing that guy at the bar.
I was only one time. All right.
Bluto's your risk, you know? Bluto's a risk when you're single.
All right, your next category is sweet tooth. What dessert consisted of whipped egg whites, sugar, and salt should melt in your mouth, if made properly, of course?
I feel like they have an advantage at this, considering they recently did an episode on desserts. Actually, 2 episodes on desserts.
Well, considering you're such an avid listener, you should also have that advantage.
I didn't say I was learning. I'm entertained. I'm bad at remembering things, Carmela.
We have this one locked.
Yeah, we're
so
locked in.
You guys go
ahead and
Sure.
chit-chat.
Chat
Thanks.
away.
So whipped egg whites, sugar, and salt.
Is it meringue?
That's what I was going towards first, but I don't recognize meringue as a standalone thing. It's usually something you put on top of like banana
Like a
pudding.
lemon meringue pie kind of
Yeah.
thing. No, I think meringue is
Like a standalone thing.
like you can have little meringues, like little hardened meringues,
Okay.
like a cookie almost, like a soft cookie.
Okay. Let's go with that.
Is there anything else that's like obvious that we don't?
I don't think so. Because I don't like meringue because I
either.
don't like whipped egg whites.
Okay.
So I just, that was a thing from childhood, right? Like my mom would try to put it on top of like banana pudding. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
You said bro to your mom?
Like, bro,
Just look right up at her.
In that voice. He did it in that voice.
I know, right?
it's like, bro, what are you doing?
Bro,
Why
what are you doing?
That's real sick, brah.
That was like the week after she was making chitlins in the house. And I was like, Mom, something smells like boo boo. She was like, you don't have to eat it, baby. I was like, okay. Why would you do that? Why would you make something that smells like that? So anyway, these are, yes, visceral memories from
All right, we're going to say meringue.
We also said meringue.
We also said meringue.
It is a standalone and also used in other kinds of desserts. I'm looking for meringue.
Nice.
Good job, Ben.
You use meringue to make like macarons and things like
Yeah.
that. So
Did learn something from them.
your last category before the midpoint is blood ties.
Oh, God.
There are 4 main groups of blood typing: O, A, B, and AB, which is then further categorized into positive and negative. Making up only about 1% of the population, what is the rarest blood type?
Have a guess.
What are you thinking? Talk about it.
No, it's not this. It's not that.
Well, it's definitely not XB.
No, it's not.
I think we're locked in.
All right. So I know that O is the most common.
So O positive or O negative, though? Because
I think it's O positive.
I think I recall one of the O's is a universal donor, and I feel like the other one might be the rarest.
Be like a universal recipient.
I don't know. No, that definitely not. One of the universal. Oh, I'm bad. I don't know blood type stuff, but I feel like the universal recipient is not an O. I feel like the giver is an O, and the recipient's like a AB negative or something like that.
The first thing I wrote down was AB negative.
Yeah, but I don't know if the universal recipient is the rarest.
Well, it would make sense if O and AB are opposites, and O is the most common blood type. That AB, if they're opposites, would be the rarest.
I don't know that does make sense.
Because A, if you're A blood type, that means you're the B antigen. If you're a B blood type, you're the A antigen.
Okay, I don't know anything about that.
And if you're AB, I think you have neither. And if you're O, you have both.
Okay.
It's something like that.
So do we agree that it's not going to be A positive, A minus, A plus, or B plus, or B minus?
Yes.
Okay, so we agree with that. So we're down to 4.
It's not O. O is the most common blood type.
So there's an O negative and an O positive. And I feel like one of them is the most common, and a part of me thinks I've heard, because it's an interesting fact that the opposite of the most common, meaning the same letter, just flip the sign, is actually the rarest. Something's leading me there, but I don't know which of the O's is the donor. I think it's O negative.
Well, if O overall, so let's think about this statistically. If O overall is the most common blood type, but O negative is super rare, that means that O positive will have to be overwhelmingly large percentage of the population.
Yeah. You don't think that's true?
I don't think that's the case.
I feel like O negative is the universal donor.
Could be.
Okay, so you think it's going to be AB. I'm going to go, I will go with you.
The first thing I wrote down was AB negative.
That's fine. We can do that.
All right, We're guessing anyway.
Yep.
So.
We're going to say AB negative.
All right.
We also went with AB negative.
Oh, wow. Were you guessing, or did you actually have a reason to guess that?
There was something back in there.
was a
We did one of our quizzes. We talked about blood types and talked a little bit about it. And Lauren is O negative, or sorry, you're O positive, and she thought she was the universal donor. And I had to break it down to her that O negative is the universal donor, and she said she was heartbroken.
I'm heartbroken
after that. But yeah, AB negative is our answer.
So the most common blood type with about 38% is O positive. So Lauren, you and I have the most common blood type. We are of common
Give me
blood.
all the blood.
So you're basic.
Yeah, well, you know.
Wow.
Jeez, dude.
We were all getting along.
I know. This was all nice.
It's fine. The universal recipient is AB positive.
Oh.
AB positive can take blood from anybody. The most rare blood type with 1% is AB negative.
Yes.
Nice.
Good job.
But if you can donate blood, I encourage you to donate blood because even though O negative is the universal donor, they can only take O negative blood. And a lot of places will end up just using O negative blood for people who are not O negative. And then if an O negative person needs one, they're usually in short supply.
Oh, wow.
So,
That's interesting. My blood type is actually like a feel-good message.
A plus.
Be positive.
Be
Positive. Ooh, yeah.
Every time I look down at my card, it's like, be positive. I'm like, oh, okay. I'll do my
Like
best.
a real affirmation.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. I'll do my best.
All right. So where are we after the third round?
At the end of the
They
third
are
round,
perfect.
it's a shush. It is 90-70. Ben and Jonathan have maintained a lead.
All right. Well, for your midpoint, it is an obligatory sports question.
All right. Well, no, I'm not all right. Carmela almost never asks a big four sports question.
Well, also, one of you two is a big hockey fan, right? Julia.
I'm the hockey fan.
Yeah. So we're in trouble if it's a hockey question.
It's true.
Well, let's find out what it is.
All right. Let's find out.
Congratulations to the Washington Nationals on their first World Series win this year for 5 points each. Name 4 of the other 7 teams that made it to the division playoffs this year.
To the division playoffs. 4 of them. Okay.
That wasn't a divisional game?
No. So the divisional round.
It's 4 teams in the divisional round. She said made it to the divisional round. There's four teams in the AL, 4 teams in it. I don't know. Y'all won, though. There's 4 teams in the AL, 4 teams in the...
You're right. You're 100% right. Did we play? We ruined somebody's year.
Yes.
It was awesome. Yeah, I don't remember who it was, but you're right. Yeah, we're good with those 4.
All right,
we're
we're
locked
locked in.
Who did we play?
I don't know.
I'll tell you when it's time to give the answers.
It was meaningful to me.
I know it was.
We have 4 teams written down,
Sure.
and that feels as good as we're going to get because I don't watch baseball.
No. No, we don't.
Yeah, so we have 4 teams written down.
Oh, who are they?
We have the Astros, the Yankees, the Cardinals, and the Rays.
Okie dokie.
All right.
Ben?
We had the Astros, the Yankees, the Rays, and the Dodgers.
But honestly, I think everybody's getting credit.
Yep.
The Cardinals were definitely in the divisional round.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Tampa Bay upset the
A's.
The A's. So the correct answers are the Tampa Bay Rays, the New York Yankees, the LA Dodgers, the St. Louis Cardinals, the Atlanta Braves, the Houston Astros, and the Minnesota Twins.
Twins. And the Brewers
Twins,
lost
huh?
the play-in game to the Nationals.
Yep. Yeah, the Nationals came in on a wild card and then just won the whole thing.
The 5th seed in the wild card.
Yeah. That was the heater to end all heaters.
So yeah, I think everyone got full credit for that.
Sure did.
Woohoo!
Yeah. We can't catch up if they don't get any wrong,
Get
Lauren.
anything wrong. Jeez. Come on, Carmela. Help us out here.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
All right.
That was just supposed to go into her headphones, by the way.
Oh, okay. Got it. 10-4.
it's like a little girl power here, please. Jeez. What the hell?
Give me a drag queen question.
At the end of the midpoint, it is 110 to 90. 110 to 90 or 90. 90. I say 90 wrong all the time. 90.
It's regional, I think.
No,
I think it is.
maybe you're just not real good at speaking.
I'm terrible at speaking.
I mean, I get that. I get tongue-tied all the time.
All right, that's the end of the first half. Before we go on to the second half of today's game, I want to let you know that today's episode is sponsored by Mack Weldon. Folks, Mack Weldon makes underwear, socks, t-shirts. They've got you covered, and I'm going to tell you right now, they are better than what you are wearing right now. They use great fabrics. They make the process very simple. When you get Mack Weldon products, you're going to be buying the most comfortable underwear, socks, shirts, etc. that you've ever purchased. I'm not making that up either. I have different socks in my drawer, but the ones that I wear the most are my Mack Weldon socks. Why is that? Because they're the most comfortable. Even when I'm walking around the office, I notice it's like, God, man, my feet feel really good when I'm wearing those socks. The selection is really great. Actually, the selection seems to be getting better and better. I see that they have a lot of new options. And so if you're trying to be stylish, they have something for you. They also have this awesome silver line for underwear. And it's naturally antimicrobial. That's a fancy word for saying it's going to help eliminate odor. That's a pretty good deal if you ask me. For 20% off of your first order, visit MackWeldon.com and enter promo code TWA. That's right, just go to MackWeldon.com and use the promo code TWA to get 20% off of your first order. And remember, it is guaranteed if you don't like your first pair, you can keep it and still get a refund. They have that much confidence in their product, no questions asked. Go to MackWeldon.com, enter promo code TWA, and get 20% off of your first order. Today's show is also sponsored by Keeps. Did you know that 2 out of 3 men will experience some form of male pattern baldness by the time they're 35? 35! You think you're young, you think you're cool, you think you're going to keep your hair forever. You're not. Most of us start losing it at some point. Your hair starts creeping back on the back of your head and you start worrying about it, right? You don't have to worry about it, though, because you have Keeps to solve that problem for you. Keeps is a product that will help you with prevention. They are 90% effective at reducing and stopping further hair loss. The sooner you start using Keeps, the more hair you will save. It's that simple, folks. Keeps has more 5-star reviews than any of its competitors. Nearly 100,000 men are trusting Keeps for hair loss prevention, and it starts at like $10 a month. That's not a lot. $10 a month to keep a full head of hair with preventative services. You can try Keeps now. Go take action. Go to keeps.com/TWA to receive your first month of treatment for free. That's keeps.com/TWA. KEEPS.com/TWA. All right, let's get going with the second half of today's game.
All right, your first category in round 4 is sacred sites.
She's like, it's drag queen.
What is the Aboriginal name for Ayers Rock? It has recently
We're
been in
locked
the
in.
news because of the climbing ban that was enacted in October 2019 in order to preserve this sacred site of the Anagu tribe.
You got
I'm
it?
so sorry, Carmela. We're locked in.
All right.
Ben, it's Uluru.
Okay.
We're locked in with Uluru.
Yeah, it's Uluru. Sorry, Carmela.
No, you're cool. I'm just gonna keep going. Just keep going. Power through.
Lauren's like, I'm going to let you finish, but we're locked in.
But the answer is Uluru.
It is Uluru.
Nice.
On different, I think on the map is now written as Uluru/Ayers Rock.
It's a really fun name to say. That's why it's
Uluru.
easy to remember.
Yeah, but they finally enacted the climbing ban this past month, so you are no longer allowed to climb Uluru.
Oh, wow.
The lure's like, get off me.
Exactly.
But you rock.
All right, your next category is American castles. The Biltmore Estate is the largest privately owned house in the U.S. and has a living space of 178,926 square feet, making it probably one of the closest things that we have to a castle. In what southern U.S. city will you find it?
That seems right.
Yeah, we're locked in.
All right.
You're locked in.
Oh, I like how they lock in fast all this time. That's great. So Biltmore was built by Vanderbilt, and Vanderbilt University is in Nashville. But something tells me
That's
this.
a herring.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he ever actually lived there.
And that's good because something's telling me it's like in Asheville or Ashburn. Not Ashburn, that's Georgia. Asheville? Is there an Asheville, South Carolina? Something
North
like
Carolina.
that? North Carolina? I feel like it might be
It's a really rural remote place, though.
I feel like it might be in that vicinity.
It's in the mountains.
I feel like it's in North Carolina, South Carolina, somewhere in there.
Okay. I know that he lived in the Carolinas.
Because my ex-wife and I actually thought about doing a vacation in that area, and we would go see it.
Mm-hmm.
The name Asheville didn't come out of nowhere.
Is there any way it's Virginia? There is an Ashburn, Virginia.
It's not in Virginia. I don't feel like it is at all.
Okay. I like Asheville. I remember researching this for a question that I wrote about Vanderbilt. And there was either his wife or somebody, one of his in-laws was a Confederate sympathizer. And that's how Vanderbilt University came to be, because he was the one that gave the grant money for them to build that university there in Nashville.
Okay.
But he didn't live there.
Right. And I don't think it's Raleigh. I don't think it's Durham. I feel like I've seen people on Facebook visit the Biltmore and have Asheville, North Carolina as their location.
Let's go with it.
All right. We're going to say Asheville.
All right.
We also said Asheville, North Carolina. It's every time. Okay. Carmela, you give us the answer first.
Yeah. It's in Asheville, North Carolina.
Nice.
There you go.
So it's like, I'm like, great, we locked in. And then they start talking, and then they say the word, and I'm like, is there a camera in here?
Camera in here. Cheaters.
No. It's just very funny that everything has been like, yeah. It's brilliant.
We're never sure. That's the thing. We have never been. There's rarely that we're sure of the answer.
So Jonathan's ass is like a 4-dimensional wormhole. There's no limit to
4-dimensional. Your ass apparently has gotten bigger.
What he's saying is my
didn't get
ass
bigger.
extends into time.
It's very far reaches. Has very far reaches of time and space.
Yes.
Yeah.
We should have you at TimeCon next year.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
We should
apparently
host
people can tour
TimeCon.
my ass.
Yeah. Well, when you pull all the answers out of there, it's got to be far reaching.
That sounds more like FrolicCon.
Oh, boy.
You don't even need to put on a costume. You're already furry. It's awesome.
Wow, thanks, Ben.
You're welcome.
Wow.
I mean, jeez.
Jesus.
Holy moly. All right,
Listen, you said you like bears.
let's hit the time warp.
All right. Your last category in the round is and introducing. What Academy Award nominee made her film debut in 1994 in the movie Leon the Professional?
Oh, we're locked in.
Ben, I think it's going to be Natalie Portman. You said Academy Award winner?
Nominee.
So I think Portman's a nominee.
Okay. She definitely was nominated for something.
Yeah. For Black Swan, I think.
Okay.
Leon the Professional. I just remember being called The Professional. And it's this French guy whose name I don't remember. Gerard somebody, I think.
Okay.
Anyway, I feel like it's her.
All right.
That rings a bell for me.
Let's do it.
All right, we're going to say Natalie Portman.
We also said Natalie Portman.
The man you're thinking of is Jean Reno.
Jean Reno, yes.
He's so great.
She's also been nominated. She was nominated for supporting actress for the movie Closer with Julia Roberts was in it. Jude Law was in it. Basically, it's a movie about 4 people being really shitty to each other.
Was she also in Black? Was she nominated for Black Swan?
I believe she was also nominated for Black Swan.
Okay.
But yes, Natalie Portman is who I'm looking for.
So I'll have you ladies know, I intentionally do not look at the screen when we are talking through answers because I feel like maybe your nonverbals are giving away that we have the right answer. So I'm intentionally not looking at you. I'm not. I don't know if you are because I'm not looking at you.
I think we are also not looking at each other usually.
Every time we lock in, I turn to the screen. Both of you are frowning at the screen. So I'm like, yeah.
Those are just our resting faces, Ben.
No,
That's the way we look. Come on, man.
Y'all have beautiful smiles. It's totally not your resting faces.
Well, at the end. Yeah, you said the right. Okay. At the end of the 4th round, it's 140 to 120. Ben and Jonathan have maintained the lead.
All right. Your first category in round 5 is They Got the Beat. Rick Allen is an unlikely candidate to be a drummer, given that he only has one arm. However, that has not stopped him from playing with this Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inducted rock band.
Ben, we're locked in.
Okay.
See, I was thinking like, we're going to let them lock in first. Maybe that'll change our luck. But I mean, we know the answer too.
Yeah.
Def Leppard.
It's Def Leppard.
It is Def Leppard.
I don't know how he does it, but he plays with one arm. It is Def Leppard.
Yeah, how do you do that?
He actually patented a like a drum like contraption that he uses like his dominant foot, like his right foot or whatever, to play the parts of the missing arm.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he like patented it, and it's like a big thing.
Oh, that's
It's
cool.
kinda
Yeah.
He's going full. So instead of the primary 2 arms and 1 foot, he's doing primary 2 foot and 1 arm.
But
yeah.
there are some configurations where you need both feet.
Yeah,
because
you need a
one
double
for
kick.
double kick, or you do have the right foot on the base, and the left foot is on the little vertical symbols that you go up and down.
Hi-hat.
The
Either
hi-hats, yeah.
either they have figured out a way to do it, or he doesn't play those songs.
I guess
One of those
not.
2 things has to be true.
Well, you know, he's got the whole patent thing going on. So,
Yeah.
all right.
He's a great drummer, though.
Yeah. Well, I imagine you are going to be dedicated to your craft more than the average person because of that.
Your next category, a river runs through it. With its main stem running 2,341 miles, what is the longest river in the United States?
Do you mean individual river or river system?
I'm
Because most of the largest rivers in the U.S. are part of a larger system.
its main stem, so I'm asking about this river whose main stem is 2,341 miles long.
Okay, thank you.
I'm locking in.
Okay.
All right. So I discounted the Mississippi because our country isn't 2,000 miles long. Mississippi's not 2,000 miles long.
Well, it doesn't go straight,
Yeah, but still.
but it's pretty straight.
If you followed that path, you're not going to travel 2,000 miles from Minnesota to Louisiana. There's no way.
Okay.
I'm thinking it's probably going to be something that flows west to east because U.S. is a wide country. So I'm thinking like Missouri.
So Missouri is also north to south,
Oh, Missouri. Okay. So
But-
not Missouri.
but I feel like I've researched this probably 20 different times for different questions, and I believe Missouri is the right answer.
You think so?
Yep, I don't care which way
It's
it
a
flows.
north to south river?
I mean, honestly, they go kind of curved and all that stuff. I think it's Missouri.
Okay, let's go with it.
All right, we're going to say the Missouri River.
I love rivers, and I also have the Missouri River as my answer.
As our
As
answer.
our answer. Sorry.
I did not contribute to it in the least.
So this river empties into the second longest river, which is the Mississippi River at 2,202 miles. That's
So-
how long the Mississippi main
So I was
stem
wrong about
is.
that.
But this river is the Missouri River.
Nice.
So it pours into the Mississippi pours into the Gulf.
So how does the Missouri flow? Do you know the general, where does it start?
I don't.
It starts around like Montana.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then
so it
kind
goes
of
a big
heads
loop.
like
Yeah.
heads like west, like loops a little bit until it gets to Minnesota.
That's unreal. The Mississippi is that long.
The Missouri's longer. Why is it unreal the Mississippi's
It's
so long?
just like
Until it gets to
geographically.
Missouri. Whoops.
So like I'll tell you because we've made multiple driving trips from Detroit, Michigan to Mobile, Alabama, and that's about 1,000-mile trip. So it boggles my mind that the Mississippi could be 1,000 miles longer than that, even though you're technically driving. It's the same distance north to south.
That is interesting.
It just boggles my mind that Mississippi could be 1,000 miles longer.
Well,
than
you're
that.
also trying to take the straightest shot in
That's
between the
true.
two trips.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of bends and curves, but yeah,
The way
it's
they
just
measure
boggling.
coastlines is like, you know, they take the string and they go around
Right.
like the
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
the riverbed, and so
Right,
you
yeah.
know it's not always the
That's a good
shortest
yeah.
line.
It's a good point.
As the crow flies, it's probably even shorter than your trip.
Probably.
There you go.
You should ride a crow.
I should.
Mm-hmm.
I should.
Crow Airlines.
That would be
It just
murder.
freaks me. Like, yes, it would
Oh,
be.
no, that'd be a
It would
bunch of
be.
crows.
Your last category in the round is Angel of Music. In the musical Phantom of the Opera, what is the name of the promising soprano that the Phantom falls in love with?
I am locked in.
Then our perfect run is over.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Okay, let's think about it. Maybe we can luck into it.
I don't even know the Phantom's name.
It might be Phantom.
Okay.
Oh shoot!
His last name is Of the Opera. Is that what it is?
It's German. It's Auf die Opera.
Stuttgart. Maybe
It's
maybe
gonna
her name
be
is
some
like,
pure sounding name. I would think. Some innocent kind of name.
Innocent? Okay. So I was going to suggest Karen, but that's definitely not an innocent sounding name.
Sarah.
Mary.
Eve. Mary, that's a good one.
Beyonce.
Abigail. I don't know. We're just guessing at names. I'm hoping by saying a name, it will trigger for me. Carmela, are you looking for like a last name or is it just a first name?
First name is acceptable.
If first name is acceptable, that means there is a last name.
Okay.
Which almost might be easier to guess into, right?
If we know the last name, do we get extra points?
I mean,
that's a no.
I would allow it because I have both names written down, and I knew that when I wrote the question.
Not halfway through the question, no.
So Jane, Emily, Mary. I'm
Jane
thinking
isn't bad.
I'm thinking of famous authors.
Jane
now.
isn't bad.
Jane.
I mean, do you want to go last name and say Jones or Smith or something like that? Is it British?
Phantom of the Opera?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Emily's pretty good.
Dude rolls around with a mask. That seems pretty American to me.
Let's do Emily.
Emily?
Yep.
All right.
We're going to lock it with Emily.
All right.
All right, Lauren went to the bathroom, so I'm just going to wait for her to come back because she's going to be very proud to give the anser.
Do you want to take a 5-minute break
sorry,
so we can
got
all do that?
a little timeout.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's take 5.
She's coming back right now, but if you guys need a break,
rush. I hope she washed her hands. I mean, that was pretty fast.
I'm coming.
All right, Lauren, they've locked in with their answer.
Oh, what was your answer?
We just guessed a innocent sounding name and guessed Emily.
Okay. It's Christine. It's Christine Daae.
Oh, wow.
Christine Daae is the answer.
We weren't going to get that with Smith or Jones, let me tell you something.
Not at all.
So the book that the play is based on is French. Takes place in the Paris Opera House.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Oh, it's French.
It's French.
Oh.
The last name Daae is spelled D-A-A-E. It is Christine Daae.
D-A-E?
D-A-A-E.
D-A-A-E. Wow, good job, Lauren.
Now, we learned when Lauren did an episode on Andrew Lloyd Webber that they did write a sequel to Phantom of the Opera that was going to take place in America.
In Coney Island.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And
that
it was
didn't
called...
sound like a good idea.
No, it's terrible. It was called Phantom of the Opera, Love Never Dies. And in that one, spoiler alert, she gets with the Phantom.
Yeah,
She
that's
gets
really
with it.
weird.
Yeah, it's no good.
I don't even want to know how that works.
All right, at the end of the 5th round, Ben, we lost our perfect game.
We did.
That was a long run, though.
It was.
Congratulations.
I enjoyed it.
It's 160 to 150. And, so going into the 6th round.
All right.
Alrighty. First category is That's Gotta Hurt. In the movie Mean Girls, how did the Queen of the Plastics, Regina George, break her back?
Crap. I'm going to wait for them to lock in because they know it.
Yeah, we're
don't.
locked in.
Yeah, we're locked in.
Princess of the Queen of the Plastics?
Queen of the Plastics.
I guess that's like a nickname for the fake girls if they're mad at them or something.
I don't know.
Okay. Do you want me to just spin up an answer?
So, all right, let's see if we can get into this logically, but it's probably not a logical.
I think it's going to be
way
ironic. I think it's going to be an ironic answer.
So typically, to break your back, you have to fall from a pretty good distance onto your back. Typically, that's how you typically would break a back.
Okay.
Like you don't break your back from like tripping on an orange or something like that.
What a Florida way to get hurt.
I know. Exactly. All right, Floridians. Yeah, tripping on an orange.
I know.
That happens a lot out there.
Come from? I thought the same thing.
That was the first
It's
thing that came
round,
to
it's
mind.
bowl-shaped.
That's the first thing that came to mind, right?
Wasn't there?
Like,
Okay.
you can break a hip
All right, hold
falling
on.
on a hardwood floor. But
Isn't there something related to a jawbreaker in Mean Girls?
you asking me a question about Mean Girls?
Damn it. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to talk out loud. Cool?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So there's something about a jawbreaker in Mean Girls, I think. But there's no way that you broke your back eating a jawbreaker. I feel like somebody could have been choked or something with a jawbreaker, but that's not breaking a back. Queen of the Plastics. I feel like it's going to be ironic, like something where you're trying to see yourself in a mirror and you fall off a building or some crap like that. You know what I mean? I don't feel like it's going to be mundane, like a car wreck or something. I'm going to say she was hit by a car.
All right.
When you were talking about all the musicals that you want to see this year, this was one that I saw last month, actually, in Buffalo, Mean Girls musical, based very closely to the movie, where she is hit by a school bus.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know if I get credit for that.
So you're talking about Jawbreakers. You're thinking of the movie Jawbreaker.
Jawbreaker.
Which the whole premise of the movie is that they're trying to cover up the accidental murder of one of their classmates, where they shoved a jawbreaker in her mouth and taped over it.
Oh,
And so
Jesus.
she choked on it.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was very
it's
dark.
very dark.
It was a dark teen movie. Yeah, Regina George, she's yelling at Katie, and she walks out into the middle of the street while she's yelling, and she gets hit by a school bus.
Do I get credit for hit by a car?
No, because she was hit by a school bus. I would have given you hit by a bus.
Yeah, they talk about it over and over and over.
Yeah.
Man, that's pretty rough. Okay.
How distracted do you have to be to not know
She was
that there's a
yelling at
school bus?
Katie pretty
Oh,
hard.
that's easy,
Yeah,
dude.
she was
Some
very
people
mad.
get hit by cars while walking and talking and looking
Yeah,
at the
but
phone all the time.
A school bus is significantly louder and bigger than a car. Like they're diesel. You hear them coming from a mile away.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with you in that.
Are we
I
really
haven't gotten
trying to
hit by a
question
bus
movie
yet.
logic?
No,
I mean, I'm just
No, I'm
saying.
not.
It's
I'm
a
not.
movie, dude.
I'm not.
It's a 15-year-old movie.
Wow. That hurts.
Wow.
If I had said hit by a vehicle, would I have gotten credit?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, jeez.
No, probably not. It was very specific. She got hit by a bus. Are you really going to bout about this?
No, I'm just, that's harsh. Okay.
So if they had not said the exact answer, then yeah, maybe I would have given you credit for it. But they gave the exact answer.
That's fair.
All right. Do you feel better about it now?
Yep.
Okay. Next category. Science.
Science.
What is the name for the malleable layer of the Earth that lies just below the lithosphere?
All right, I wrote these down.
That's the one. If this is what she's talking about, then that's the right answer.
Especially with malleable.
All right, we're good.
We're locked in.
Yeah, we drew a picture.
Yeah, we drew a little picture.
We drew the core,
Cor-
and then
the
we
core.
drew something above that, and then we drew the crust, and we realized we didn't remember any of the other words for layers of the Earth that are on the Earth.
Yep.
I know sky words, but
Yeah, deep
I
down.
did not remember any Earth words, unfortunately. But we decided to just go with mantle.
Yes, mantle.
So our discussion was all about whether or not lithosphere was in fact the crust, or if it was a layer of atmosphere, because all of the layers of atmosphere use the suffix "osphere," the exosphere, the stratosphere, the atmosphere, the mesosphere. But we know lith is a prefix meaning stone, which fits crust. Ben pointed out that osphere is a shape and not necessarily meaning air.
Right.
And so we believe the lithosphere is the crust, which means the correct answer would be the mantle. So we locked in with mantle.
All right. Osphere is just meaning that it's surrounding the Earth. So, like, the oceanic system is in the hydrosphere.
Oh,
Full of water.
So, I have a specific answer. And you both said mantle. So, I'm going to see if it's part of the mantle.
oh, wow. Is there something between the crust and the mantle? This is that new science they keep
New
adding.
science.
Yeah, they keep
Common
adding
core.
Common core.
Science.
I learned this in my 6th grade science class.
That's new
That's
science
new
for
science.
us.
That was 5 years ago.
I'm like the same age as them.
Okay.
When,
Yeah,
Still
we're the
5
same
years
age.
ago.
when I was growing up, it was inner core, outer core, mantle,
and
crust.
Yeah.
So, the word I'm looking for
Yeah,
is
same.
asthenosphere.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
Lord, yeah, no.
So, I'm trying to see if the asthenosphere is part of the mantle. And if it is, then I will accept it.
Okay.
All right.
Da.
I tell you, when we was in school, Pluto was a planet.
It was a
Indigo
planet
color.
when we were in school too.
Yeah.
Is indigo not a color anymore?
Indigo's not a color
It's
anymore.
not. They took it out.
What's
They took
in
it out of the
now?
rainbow.
It's just Roy G. Bv.
To be fair, indigo is still a color. It's just not listed in the rainbow.
Yeah. So it's just Roy G. Bv.
All right.
The asthenosphere is a highly viscous, mechanically weak, and ductile region of the upper mantle of the Earth. I will accept mantle because it lies just below the lithosphere.
There we go.
All right.
Great. And we learned something new.
We learned something new, and that's always a joy.
Yeah, I remember the asthenosphere because it was like, whenever we learned about it, it was likened to like a taffy kind of consistency. And I always remember that because you always think of the Earth being as, a rock.
Right.
I want to rock.
So bored.
The Earth wants to rock too, Ben.
Shut up.
All right.
Uluru is part of the lithosphere.
Yeah,
That's true.
Litho definitely means stone or rock.
Stone circle,
Yeah.
lithosphere, sphere, stone sphere, whatever.
Are you done? Are you all the way
I'll
done?
start again soon.
All
Trust.
Your last category before the gauntlet is AKA. From 1964 to 1980, what African country was known as Rhodesia?
I'm locked in. Sorry, I didn't even look. I was like,
She didn't even look up.
good job.
She's like, yeah, sure, whatever. It's cool.
I saw her writing furiously, and it was it.
Is this Mozambique?
It's possible.
So you have... Okay, let's talk about name changes, okay?
We're talking about south of the equator, right? Because all the stuff north of the equator is going to be... Those names I don't think have changed.
So we have the Democratic Republic of the Congo.
Right.
You have the Central African Republic.
Yes.
Those are both newer names. Neither one of those existed in the past.
Right.
So it could be one of those. But Rhodesia, to me, feels southern and it feels coastal.
Yep.
Mozambique is southern and coastal. The other one, that may be Zimbabwe. Actually, maybe Zimbabwe. Do you remember either?
So Shaka Zulu was from the Zimbabwe, what we now know as Zimbabwe, I think.
Okay.
I don't know if that has anything to do with this question.
Reach into your deep African knowledge, Ben, and pull out this answer for
I'm going
us.
to track my ancestors from the tribe. I don't know where they're from.
That just, that seemed weird.
Well, no, I do. I mean, I study African geography, so I'm going to assume that you were referring to
No, I was picking
No,
on,
he was making fun of you because you're
I was
black.
picking on no. I was picking on his lack of deep African knowledge, not picking on him for being black. There's a big difference.
Okay. So, Rhodesia.
God, it's starting to feel like Zimbabwe. I feel like Zimbabwe didn't have that name when I was younger.
My church has a location in Zimbabwe. Yeah, let's go with it.
All right, we're going to say Zimbabwe.
We said Zimbabwe.
We said Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe.
I'm so happy.
Yeah.
So happy. I got close to a wrong answer there, and it's like, no. Oh, boy. Oh, wow. What a game this is. Y'all, what a game this is.
You told Ben you needed him.
I sure did.
And he came through.
I did.
All right. With a score of 180 to 180, tie game going into the gauntlet.
Your gauntlet category is Oh, the Humanity.
All right. We're going to rock, paper, scissors for our wager. We both have a number that we prefer. I'm not giving in. He's not giving in. So we're going to do one.
So 1, 2, 3, shoot.
One,
Just
two, three, shoot. Just one.
Just, okay.
All or nothing.
Let's go.
Ready?
Go.
1, 2, 3, shoot. We're going with Ben's.
All right. We're locked in.
We're locked in.
Nobody's taking the game too seriously, but neither one of us wants to lose at all.
All right. Well, let's get started. Your first question in the gauntlet category of Oh, the Humanity is, in what mid-Atlantic state did the Hindenburg disaster take place?
We're locked.
Yeah, we're locked.
You're locked in? All right. So, Ben, I mean,
So it's
what
gonna
do you
be
know
coastal,
about
right?
it? Yeah, sure. Because mid-Atlantic means coastal.
Yeah. So they were coming from Europe or something, right?
You're talking about like Maryland, New Jersey, New York, Delaware. Those are mid-Atlantic.
Right. I wrote a paper about this when I was in 4th grade. But
So
I don't remember.
I
where
think
it
you're
happened.
remembering it, honestly, because that sounds familiar to me.
Okay.
So I think we should go with your answer.
Okay.
All
Our
right.
answer's locked in.
Awesome. Oh, the Humanity was also a line that was repeated several times in what 1988 black comedy starring Winona Ryder?
All right, we're locked in.
Okay, we have an answer for 2.
All right. And your last question of the gauntlet. The Hindenburg was filled with hydrogen gas, which is highly combustible. What color does hydrogen burn, making it resemble natural gas flames?
Yeah, we're locked in.
Okay.
You locked in?
Natural gas?
I don't know. I feel like sulfur burns yellow, doesn't it?
Yeah, but
It's not a natural gas.
I have a gas grill. There's blue flame, 100%.
That's like butane. Is that a natural gas?
Well, it's not natural. Is it? Wait a minute. No. No.
Blue
You're
is a color of
You're
heat.
right. You're right. Right. Yeah. It's propane, which is not the same as natural gas. You're right.
Right.
Okay. Well, our answer's locked in.
All right. So now it's time to give our answers. In what mid-Atlantic state did the Hindenburg disaster take place? Jonathan and Ben.
We said New Jersey.
All right. Misinformation?
New Jersey.
Ooh. Ben remembered a 4th grade book report he did.
Oh, the Humanity was also a line. Now, for those of you that aren't familiar with the Hindenburg disaster, the guy who was reporting on it said, oh, the Humanity, as the thing came down. So that's why the gauntlet was named that. Anyway, Oh, the Humanity was also a line that was repeated several times in what 1988 black comedy starring Winona Ryder? Misinformation?
We debated and ended up going with Beetlejuice.
What were you debating with Beetlejuice, by the way?
Heathers.
Oh. Oh, that's probably right.
We were debating between Beetlejuice and Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, because Edward
that
Scissorhands...
was in our...
Edward Scissorhands has the creation of a human-like life form in it, kind of thing, like a Frankenstein, and so we leaned that way, and we said Edward Scissorhands.
All right. And the last question. What color does hydrogen burn, making it resemble a natural gas flame?
All right.
We said blue.
Yep.
We also said blue.
All right. So the Hindenburg did crash in, I believe, it's the Manchester Township in New Jersey.
All right.
Propane is a refined fuel. It is not a natural gas, just so you know. But natural gas, if it is, if you have the correct oxygen and fuel mixture, it should burn blue.
All right,
Wow.
Ben. Good job. Comes down to movies, and I like theirs better than ours, Ben.
Edward Scissorhands was done in the 90s.
Oh. I can totally see Christian Slater mimicking Oh, the Humanity and Heathers. I could see that being a thing.
And Oh, the Humanity was sardonically said several times in Heathers.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm
They
so
got 'em
sorry.
right.
I haven't seen it.
So for us, we eliminated Beetlejuice because we didn't see Beetlejuice as a black comedy. We just saw it as a comedy.
I mean, there weren't even any black people in it. No. Sorry. I'm not sorry.
Now, Coming to America, that's a good black
That's
comedy.
right.
That's a good one. Yes.
All right. So
Agreed.
they got the answer right. Now, Ben.
No,
guys said-
no,
we
wrong.
got
They
it
said
wrong.
It was
Beetlejuice.
Heathers.
We said Beetlejuice.
They said
Oh, I thought
Beetlejuice.
you said Heathers.
They were debating.
No, we were between Beetlejuice
Oh, I
and
got
Heathers,
mixed
and
up.
said
We both got it
Beetlejuice.
wrong.
We both got it wrong.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
So
I know.
Okay, so I want to know.
you want to know theirs
I
first?
want to know. So, misinformation. We were tied 180 to 180. How the size of our wager is going to determine who wins and loses today.
Mm-hmm.
What did you wager?
We bet it all.
We bet it all, baby.
Wow.
Okay. So Ben and I had a choice.
Y'all had a fight.
We had a fight.
It was not a fight.
Y'all had a fight.
We.
I was here.
It was. That's
I
not a
sat
fight.
right here and watched
Listen,
you.
when Ben and I fight, somebody gets their feelings hurt,
That's true.
and neither one of us had hurt feelings.
That's true. It was a spirited debate, though.
One of us wanted to go 180, and one of us wanted to go 0.
Yep.
Ben won the rock, paper, scissors to determine our bet. Ben wanted to go 0.
Yep.
So today, with a score of 180 to 0, the winners from Trivial Warfare are Ben and Jonathan.
You damn right it is.
Good job.
Could not have done it without you, Ben.
Thanks.
Good job,
Appreciate
Ben.
it.
Game.
Y'all have to understand my logic. So we're going into the gauntlet, and Jonathan's like, okay, first of all, there's only 2 bets here. There's 0 and there's 180. I'm like, we need to bet 0. He's like, no, I want to go for it. I'm like,
And there's
This-
a reason I want
I
to go
s-
for it.
you want to go for it because
they got 180 points. We
Right.
got 180 points. We're probably getting the gauntlet right.
And I said, no, this is a Carmela gauntlet. You cannot assume that just because you got 180 points in the game that the gauntlet's going to be just as easy. We need to go 0 here and be the safe bet. And we are at impasse. I won Rochambeau, and that's how we got
And
there.
it turns out that
It
Ben
all
was
went
right.
down.
Yep.
All went came down to a Rochambeau.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It came down to a coin flip for you guys between Beetlejuice and Heather's.
Yep.
Yeah, it really did.
Wow. Damn. All right. Well, that was a great game. What a
game.
And
Good job.
You know what? Credit to Carmela for writing a
Yeah.
great trivia
Yeah,
game.
that was
That was a
wonderful.
great
Thanks.
trivia game, Carmela.
Great
Good
job.
job.
Great job.
All right. Before we go, we like to give everybody a chance to do shout outs or promote something they care about. Ladies, you both get a turn. Julia, we'll start with you.
Vote in your upcoming election.
Yes, that's good.
Yep. Also, you can find our podcast anywhere.
Yeah.
But vote first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For the
yeah.
love of God, vote first.
Vote for misinformation, a trivia
yeah.
podcast at your next election.
Right. Yeah, please listen to our podcast, Misinformation: a Trivia Podcast. And you know what, everybody? Get your flu shot.
Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah, definitely
Get
do
your
that.
flu shot. Herd immunity, everyone.
Yeah.
Honestly.
All right. Well, that is going to wrap us up. Make sure you guys check out Misinformation. It is a fantastic show, and we love having you all on. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having us. Great to
All
see
right.
you guys.
Good to see you guys.
For Lauren and Julia, for Ben and Carmela, my name's Jonathan, and this has been another episode of Trivial Warfare, where it's not just trivia, it's war. Bye, guys.
Thanks for listening to Trivial Warfare. Be sure to check out the revamped TrivialWarfare.com as your one-stop shop to submit questions, join the community, and get access to over 150 archived episodes. Warm It Up was written and performed by Matthew Stevens. This episode was edited and produced by me, Joel Sharpton. For help with your podcast, visit ProPodcastingServices.com.
Tagliaferro,
Perfect.
Novakovic.
Yep, you got it.
Ooh.
Now if we can get you to
Piece of
say Lou.
Well, now I'm also going to remember to call her Lauren and not Laura, which I did the first time.
Lauren.
It's all right. It's all right. It happens all the time. I got a coworker who is literally across the hall from me, and her name is Laura. And can I tell you? And I used to have her office, so and I get calls for her constantly. Constantly. I go, "This is Lauren," and they go, "Laura? Nope.
You sound really different.
You sound different.
Do you have a cold?
You're like a low voice." Laura's so much more feminine sounding.
Now remember, you got to keep the swearing down because they got to.
Oh yeah, they bleep it.
Yeah,
Okay.
we bleep
Yeah.
it, but that doesn't. If it's going to be funny, you just let it ride.
I swore a lot last episode.
Yeah, here's the trick. Don't swear unnecessarily.
Well,
But
no.
if it adds to the joke, go for it.
Yeah,
if
I
it-
mean that's the only reason
Yeah,
why I
that's the only
swear
reason
anyway.
to swear.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm aiming for. I'm fine with
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
All right.
How much it shocked me that I had a 60-year-old white female coworker tell me how much she loves LL Cool J. I'm like, how the hell do you know LL Cool J? He's on the new NCIS. I
know
just
him.
love him. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, she was trying to bond.
She was like, he knocked my mom out.
Well, that's a long story I'm not going to go into, but that was the end of a conversation I was having with somebody about something else.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay.
What does she know about bucket hats and cut creator?
That's what I was trying to say. No, I was talking to Carrie, my old boss. When you think about music, so from my perspective, black music, those artists don't tend to become wealthy until white people start listening to their music. So I'm like, it's really was what I explained to him. There was a movie in Ray where they show a radio and they zoom out and it's playing Ray Charles' song and there's a bunch of white kids dancing on the beach. And after that, you see him buying the big houses and national shows and stuff like that. I said, it's white people, Carrie. He was like, it's not just white people because there are white people who make music that aren't famous. And then right when he walks in, one of our coworkers, she's 60 years old, I said, look at LL Cool J. She was like, oh, I love LL Cool J and CIS. I looked at Carrie and said, white people.
Which is funny
your
because
point.
if
Done.
you look at Carrie, kind of an archetype for what white people look like.
he is about as, he played lacrosse in high school. There's not anything
that's
whiter
white.
than that.
Yeah.
We made it. Now I'm talking about my old boss. What?
Is this also Carrie?
No, this is Mike.
Okay.
So
America, Australia, all you rest of you international people, say hi to Mike.
So Mike was explaining, he was talking about something, and he brought up Carrie, and they're like, who's Carrie? I said, he is a white-looking version of what Mike looks like. Because if you put Mike and Carrie next to each other,
There are some similarities.
Mike is just a Filipino Carrie. I mean, that's really all it is.
All right.
All right.
You can cut all that out.
Nope. I'm leaving it, and I'm playing it for Randy so he can get laughs. Randy, another guy, America. Bro.
You can tell that we've all worked together at some point.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just throwing out random guys' names at this point. I would not have known that, but you have asked that before. You had a coworker that had him.
Camille Harrison.
Oh.
She was walking around the cafeteria
Camille.
with a pair of them. I'm like,
Camille
Yeah.
sounds like the name of somebody who wears that, huh? By
I'm
the
just
way,
like, that's
another
when-
random Florida Blue name.
that's when you know that somebody's making a lot of money.
We're just naming people who work for the company that we
you
work
just-
for.
That you work for.
Yeah.
You're just walking around in $2,000 heels in the cafeteria like it's nothing, you know.
Yeah.
Works.
And I don't care what anyone says. I enjoyed the 2004 movie that they made.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it was
one
fine.
the one with Emmy Rossum and Jared Butler plays the Phantom. I thought it was a great movie. Great.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a fine rendition of the play. So
Never seen it.
Yeah.
I wish. So I have the pass for this year's plays. I wish Phantom was one of them. I'm going to see Rent for the first time.
good
And
for you.
Wicked.
You bought it because you
Nice.
wanted to see Hamilton again.
Yes, but absolutely. But I also bought it so I could go take people to see shows.
Yeah.
Nice.
Call me for Hamilton.
I've already got Hamilton booked out.
Damn it.
What place is this at?
The Signature Artist
FCCJ
Series.
Signature Artist Series.
Oh, okay.
They do all the musicals every year.
Got it.
Yeah.
Honestly.
There we go. Did you hear about the lady with the chicken pox in Australia?
No. Is this a
Her
joke?
kid, she's an anti-vaxxer. Her kid had chicken pox, and she rubbed the stuff all over the lollipops that she was giving out for Halloween.
No.
Yes.
Get out of here.
It has since been referred to the authorities. She was bragging about it on Facebook.
Oh my God.
Jail.
Why would
Yeah.
you do something like that?
Jail.
Her mentality was, by giving you this disease now, I'm helping our overall immunity.
Oh my God.
That was her logic.
That's terrorism.
That's
Yes.
terrorism. That's
Honest to-
biological
that
terrorism.
is biological terrorism. I agree with you.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
awful.
out of control.
I still have a scar on my face from when I had chickenpox as a kid.
Really?
Yeah, it's over here
Yeah,
next to my eye.
it's
Which one?
no joke. That is a viral disease.
I have a divot next to my eye.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I have ball spots from it. when
Yeah.
I was a
Do you
kid.
really?
They're really small. They're like,
I can't
He's
see them
gotta
because
show.
of the rest of the bald spots. There's just one big one, and it's covering up.
But yeah, I mean-
Yeah. I see it.
And when you do get chickenpox, it reemerges as shingles, which I've also had.
Yeah.
Which is
Oh, that's so painful.
It's so bad.
Thanks a lot, anti-vax mom. You're not allowed to listen to this show, by the way.
No.
Nope.
Anti-vaxxers.
The one Australian that's not allowed to listen to our show.
The rest of them don't listen by choice.
Probably doesn't listen to a fact-based podcast.
Yeah,
Let's be
yeah,
honest.
there is that.